guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by. If you are a newbie, you are welcome. Please subscribe and hit on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. You can also like and share. Give this video a thumbs up, okay? So in this tutorial, I'll be teaching you guys how to make a fascinator. The materials we need our mold, our blocked base. Okay, if you don't know how to mold, you can check my channel for that. So I have my designs that I'll be putting for the fascinator. I have my flowers and my accessories. I have my satin. I have my sequins, my Alice band, my feather. I have my felt. I have my hat wire. I have my candle gun already plugged. I have my tape and I have boning. The boning is the one I used in forming the design there. Don't worry, later on I'll be showing you how I got that. I have my plier that I used in cutting out my wire. So the first thing we'll do will be taking the measurement of our wire. It mustn't be the same with your own. How to get yours? Just take the mold you use in molding, in blocking your fascinator, and measure it. After measuring it, you add 2 inches to the measurement you get, because we are going to be overlapping the wire. You can either use thread or you use tape to tape the wire together. Okay, but here I'll be using tape. If you are making use of thread, please make sure you double the thread in 6 to 8 places to tie it, but here I'll be using tape to tape it together. So I will insert it into the base. Next, we'll be covering it with our satin. I make sure I gave it enough allowance to cover it up. You know the way we cover east, west, north and south. Okay, that's just the idea. I'll be applying little glue. Like I said, east, west, north and then south. So I'm just going to be applying little glue because of the shape that our base have. So I'll just apply little glue and make sure that the material sticks to it to bring out our design, the shape of our mold or the shape of our base. Just little, don't make it stain the upper part, just a bit. All right, I'm done covering it up. I'm trimming out the excess, the leftover. So I'm putting the second layer, which is the sequence. As you can see in this one, first gluing the top parts. Just watch what I'm doing and you will get it right, okay? As you can see my sequence, there is a joint part. Actually, my client, this maybe a dress that she used and made a dress, and she was like, what can you make out of this? It was just a pieces. I said, oh, I said, okay, let me see what I can do with it. So I have to like join it for it to be able to cover the base. But if you have a complete set, you don't need to join it. The joint parts, I'm going to be covering it with my flowers. So once I'm done gluing the upper parts, I will flip it over to the back side and also repeat the same thing we did to the first one, which is our lining. Make sure you pull the edges for it to have a sharp edge and then and for it to be also neat. So I will do that and I will come back and show you guys. Right, once I'm done gumming it, I will also trim out the excess. Next, we'll be covering the inside. We can't just leave it. It's a different color from the color we are working with, so I'm going to be covering that also. I will apply a little glue at the down part, just a bit. Because of the shape of our mold, I'll also be applying gum to the other side, and I'll glue it. So next, I'll be using my Peter Charm ribbon to cover the inside, the rough edges. I'm done covering that. So next, we're going to be wrapping our Alice band with our material. And the measurement I have 2.5 inches by 60 inches. 2.5 inches width by 60 inches length. Apply a little glue, you fold, and you wrap. As you fold, you just add a little gum, then you continue wrapping it. As you can see, even the 60 inches couldn't finish. So let's just say it's about 50 inches or 45 inches. So I'll be placing my Alice band on the mannequin head for me to know which part our fascinator is going to be sitting. So at this juncture, you can either use your needle and thread and sew the Alice band to your fascinator, or you use your gum. So it depends on what you want. You can sew it or you use your gum. I'll be using my felt to also cover the parts that I glued on the Alice band. Okay, when looking at it, putting black on pink, it doesn't really look nice. So I'll be using the same pink sequence that we used to cover the upper parts of the black. I just folded it in 4 places and I cut it in a circle form. So I'll be using that to also cover the black because it's not looking nice. Alright. Alright, so I'll be showing you how I made that. I got my boning and I apply small glue, then I use my bias and wrap. Like the one I'm using, the one I made already, I used about 2 years of boning. That one should be about 2 years of boning. Okay, so I'm just showing you guys how I achieved that. Getting to the end, you also apply your gum and use it and hold the last row. Then you cut off the excess and you can use it and form your rings, as many as you want, or you apply your gum. So this is how I formed it. You use your gum or use on thread to tie it together. Like the one I'm using, I used thread to tie it. So you can either use your thread to tie it or you use your gum to hold it together. So that is for that. So now we'll be making our design. That is embellishment. Also for this, you can use your needle and thread and sew it to the cap, which I later did off the camera. I later used my needle and thread and sew it so it won't loose. So I'm just holding it down to make sure that it's glues together with the cap. So I'll also be using a little material to also cover the place up. Just the same way we cut out the other circle, that's the same way I did. So we just use it and hold it in place. I'll apply gum to my flower and I will attach it. So once it glues down, you also will be putting our feather. So that is all for this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. Hope you found it helpful. If you found it helpful, don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and also don't forget to subscribe, like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much guys for watching.
Bend down, bend down, bend down. Go down, bend down. Zombizo, ekelebe, zombizo, eba. Make I no lie for you, mama. Now you in my mind all the time, oh mama. You know I no go lie. I want to break your waist. After the show, then we back to the base. Make